you're good. I just gotta add a
All right, welcome to Game 3 of the Beehive Showcase here at the Weber County Ice Sheet. Sorry, Day 3, I should say. Game 3 for a few of these teams. I believe both of these teams have played 3 games. And it is a military appreciation night here for Weber State. So we do have all 6 of the United States military branches up on the screen right now. If you are tuning in and are a current or a veteran, we thank you so much for your service. Northern Arizona coming into this game with a 6-5 overtime win against Montana yesterday. And Montana State coming in with a 3-2 overtime win over the University of Utah down in Salt Lake. Northern Arizona didn't have to travel far. They were here yesterday and are here today and tomorrow.
add your name. I know, I just added my name to that one. Hey dog, both your tickets are under my name at will call, so you just gotta say 2 tickets under Justin at will call and you'll find it. So. Sorry, it doesn't help that my handwriting is goddamn awful. Oh my god. Weaver State football won the game. They were down? Yes, they won. Cal Poly goes down. Huh? It was 28-17. ESPN says it's over.
All right, we just got some happy news here at Weber State. The losing streak for the football program has finally been broken as Weber State beats Cal Poly. Montana State and Northern Arizona University, both Big Sky opponents that I believe this season have beaten Weber State on the football field. And as far as hockey goes, Montana State 2-0 on the season against Weber in close fashion, one being an overtime win and one being a regulation win. And Northern Arizona has not been tested against Weber State yet. That'll be tomorrow. A little bit of a preview for the rest of the weekend today and tomorrow. Today's 4 p.m. game is Montana State hosting Northern Arizona University. And then the 7 o'clock game is Weber State hosting Boise State. And then I look at tomorrow at 10 a.m. bright and early, Montana State and Colorado State will play here at 10 a.m. And then at 1 p.m., Weber State and Northern Arizona will play here. Both games will be streamed right here on the YouTube channel. Neither team has to travel too far. We'll see you back here in about 2 minutes for the start of the game. right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes has passed. Now, we've got a solid game today. Montana State, Northern Arizona. Officials today are Poole and Kemp. Linesmen are Burkhart
and the Montana State Bobcats. First, your starting lineups for the visiting Ice Caps. On left defense, number 16,
number 16, Caden Berger.
Right defense, number 25,
number 25, Mitchell Rodas starts for the blue line for Northern Arizona. Caden Ketchum.
Center,
number 5. Number 10, Jack Schmoll.
Right wing, number 6, Aiden Wicker.
And number 6, Aiden Wicker
and
on the
goal,
forwards.
number 30, Chris Walker.
And in net for the Northern Arizona is Chris Walgren. Now for the Bobcats. Number 8, Caleb Brownell. Number 3, Tyler Fisher starts for the blue line. Forwards, number 16, Vinny Farina. Number 11, Hayden Kelm. And number 24, Bodie Shepherdson. And in net, number 1, Nikolai Wallery. And now we have a moment where we honor America with playing of the national anthem. All right, now 20 minutes to go here in the first frame. Montana State looking to go 3-0 so far. Linesmen Murphy and Burkhart. Officials Kemp and Poole. Pretty, out of all of the Wasatch Association for refs, these 4 are pretty. They've got some tenure amongst the 4 of them. Poole here gets us going. Face-off won by Montana State. Stretch pass intercepted by the Ice Jacks. And here they go. Slap shot in. Just couldn't get it. It bobbled out of Wallery's glove. Now Montana State now with it dumping in. Player gets mauled down. Montana State having a bit of trouble controlling it. And NAU finally get the clearance. Now Montana State outright possession. 2 fast teams. Shot in, just gets deflected by Walgren. NAU now with it. Like I said, 2 fast teams. Now, if I have to say, from what I've seen this weekend, Montana State has been the more physical of these 2 teams throughout all of the games. Not to say that we haven't seen that physicality from Northern Arizona. It's just been more prevalent for Montana State. Montana State wears down their opponent throughout the game. Arizona now trying to get something to go with Montana State now all the way back to Wallery. If you're Northern Arizona, you need to get the first goal. Icing waved off here. Now Montana State pinned against the boards now in the Ice Jack zone. Now shot deflected in towards net and goes wide. Now with it, now behind the net, sets up in Gretzky's office. Up to the blue line now, blue line pass. Shot in, gets tipped by a Northern Arizona player. Northern Arizona trying to get something to go in front, just that in, slap shot saved by Wahlgren, and another save by Wahlgren there. Northern Arizona now getting it out of their zone. Stretch pass all the way, just kicks off the skate of Duke Kaprisky of Montana. Montana now gains the zone. Sorry, Montana State, I should say. Just kept onside, and now offsides the call. Going into a little bit of a jersey review from myself. I really like the Ice Jacks uniforms. However, they get an F grade from me for not having nameplates. Simply, along the Montana State side, lovely uniforms, an F grade for not having nameplates. Montana State dumps it in. Northern Arizona now with it. Shot gets deflected by Wallery. Otherwise, both of these jerseys would probably rank up pretty high on my list. They'd probably be a solid A tier for me, but no nameplates, automatic fail from myself. Northern Arizona now on it. 19 dumps it in for Northern Arizona. Northern Arizona now with it. Player just got hit off. Would have been an offsides against Northern Arizona. They have to re-up. Bang pass finds its way to for Montana State. Shot saved by Wahlgren. Too busy talking about the jerseys. I didn't start the timer. My apologies. 16:28 here to go. Face off. Tied up now, won by the Bobcats. The Bobcats dump it in, unable to. Now it comes out. Now Northern Arizona causing some disruption. They have numbers, and the pass through the slot goes wide. And Northern Arizona dump it in, icing against the Ice Jacks. Face-off tied up now, won by the Ice Jacks. Looked for a moment as if it was going to go the way of the Bobcats. Stretch pass goes. Montana State gains the zone. Big hit there, hits a man off the puck. Now the physicality starting to ramp up from Northern Arizona. Slap shot gets tipped, just went wide. Now, I don't think this far to the game, I do not think Montana State was expecting this type of physicality within the first 5 minutes from Northern Arizona. Kind of catching Montana State on the back foot. However, the shot's still in favor of Montana State. Northern Arizona now with it in their own zone, forcing a turnover from Montana State. In front shot, saved by Wahlgren. Face-off, won by Northern Arizona. Northern Arizona just lost. Player gets hit down. Now Montana State with the breakout pass. Shot deflected by Walgren. Unable to get the clearance, though. It'll go into the near side now. Face-off now, one up by Northern Arizona now. Sorry, not a face-off. Re-dumped in by Montana, and it'll go for an icing against the Bobcats. Face-off won by Northern Arizona. Shot in. Wallery unable to make the clean save. Just gets it out of the zone. Now, high dump in from Northern Arizona. Re-intercepted by Montana State. Now re-intercepted by Northern Arizona. They dump the puck in. Almost catastrophic. A yard sale from an Arizona player as he loses gloves and stick. Walked up in front. Montana State with it now in the corner, cycling options. Centering pass to the slot, shot gets deflected by Walgren. Now intercepted by Northern Arizona. They gain the neutral ice. They try to dump in. Icing waved off early. Montana State now with it. And now re-intercepted by Northern Arizona. Montana State almost caught too many men on the ice. Fortunately, they were not. Northern Arizona tips the pass, however, still finds its mark from Montana State, dancing around a few men. Centering in now, cycling around the boards. Bank pass up the blue line, shot goes wide. Rebound controlled by Montana State, and they cycle it down into the boards. Centering pass, no one home for Montana State, and that'll bounce off the boards out of the zone. Bank pass to himself, intercepted by Northern Arizona. Stretch pass, now re-intercepted by Montana State. Big hit there behind the play. Montana State 16, slap shot, and he scores! I believe that was Vinny Farina with the goal. Face-off, won by Montana State. I forgot to stop the time, so now I'm just trying to match it now. Perfect. We're right now in sync with the ending timer. That is my apologies, folks. Northern Arizona offsides the call. Now still waiting on the official goal call. We'll get that in just a moment. The official goal call, number 16, Vinny Farina, with the assist going to number 11, Hayden Kelm, and number 24, Bodie Shepardson. That is it.
Number 11, Hayden Kelm, and number 24, Bodie Shepardson. For a Bobcats, goal!
Slap shot in front, just saved by Walgren. Face off, won by Montana State. Bank pass now intercepted by Northern Arizona. Stretch pass finds its man, and they get in the zone. Drop pass shot, and in they score! On the goal for Northern Arizona, number 10, Jackson Schmall, with the assist from number 6, Aiden Wicker, and number 5, Caden Ketchum. And Northern Arizona quickly back in this game. Bank pass up, hits off the boards. Almost bouncing favorably for Northern Arizona. Stretch pass just went wide, however, got the tip on it, so icing was waived. Now pinned on that far corner. Montana State with it. Player gets hooked, looking for a call, but he's not going to get. Clean play there. Centering pass just broken up by Northern Arizona. Stretch pass finds its mark. Now Northern Arizona skating up. Caden Ketchum got tangled up there. Now Montana State now with it. Gaining the offensive zone. Cycling now. Intercepted by Northern Arizona. Montana State has a player removed from the play, and now an opportunity for Northern Arizona. Slap shot goes wide. Rebound just bounced just to the right side of that net. And Montana State get the dump in. Walgren has to come out and corral it for Northern Arizona. They try to ring it up the boards, up to the blue line now. No, it's just tipped out of the zone. Northern Arizona one-on-one slap shot. Just went wide. And hits the glass and out. Now at the red line, Northern Arizona now redumps. And they go for a change. Tipped in by Montana State, and now they'll go for a change of their own. Northern Arizona looking for an option. Stretch pass, just couldn't get it to go. Player went down. We'll have a delayed penalty against Montana. It's going to be an interference call. To number 19, Wes Inns, or Ines. Face off won by Northern Arizona on their first power play attempt tonight. Shot saved by Wallery. Face-off won by Northern Arizona. Looking for options now. Centering pass, now cycling it into the face-off circle. Now up to the blue line. Down into the corner now, behind the net. Cycle now up to the boards, up to the blue line now. Centered on that far hash. Just couldn't get it to go. In with the corner now, centering pass. Into the spot, shot saved by Walgren. Rebound, shot goes wide. Rebound controlled by Northern Arizona. Shot pass now into the corner. Player gets hit down. Northern Arizona now cycling through. Shot in, just gets tipped and up into the upper netting. We'll have a stoppage of play. 1 minute even here to go on the man advantage for Northern Arizona. Face off one by Northern Arizona. Shot just gets deflected by the pads of Wallery. Shot in, gets deflected by a defenseman. Still with it now, centering pass, no one home for Northern Arizona. Now up to the boards. Now Montana State get the clearance. 35 here to go on the man advantage. You've got to get something going if you are Northern Arizona. They've had a lot of shots, just not well shots. Intercepted now, almost a shorthanded opportunity there with 20 to go here. Northern Arizona stretch pass finds its man. And he gains the zone, just tied up just a little bit now. And he gets pinned, and that will kill the man advantage for Northern Arizona. Shot in front, and Montana State get the clearance. And we have an icing against Montana State. Again, if you're wondering why we have all of the service branch logos, it is Military Awareness Night for Weber State, and I just didn't want to make it invisible or not shown for the first game. If you are an active duty, reserve, or a veteran, thank you so much for your service. Montana State now fortunate. Now they have a bounce out through neutral ice. And here they go. Centering pass, shot in, just gets deflected by Walgren. It's the first time we've had to say his name in a little bit. It's the blue line now. Dicing around a few players is Owen Davis of Montana State. And he gets pinned now. Northern Arizona with their opportunity to break out. Pass goes wide. Player gets tripped up. Montana State with it in their own zone. They'll ring it around the boards. Now in. The corner now. Northern Arizona just getting it up. Player gets hauled down. Montana, a few appeals from the Montana State bench for a hooking call. Northern Arizona now up. Out of the zone, stretch fast. Just tipped, icing waved. Montana State, the victors, however, on the foot race. Now pinned against that far boards. Northern Arizona pickpockets. Shot in, saved by Wallery. Face off won by Montana State in their own zone. Just tied up just a little bit now. Ringing it around the boards, gaining the offensive zone. Intercepted by Northern Arizona. Northern Arizona now pinned by Montana State, forcing a turnover now at the blue line. Shot just goes wide, and that'll trickle just outside of the zone. Montana State has to re-up. Stretch pass just tipped by 27, Jackson Mundell, to wave off the icing. Montana State now with it. Dicing through a few players is 17, Ben Sutton, and he just gets pickpocketed, and that'll trickle all the way down to the Montana State zone. Pass up, bank pass in, and Montana State goes for the line change. One man on a mission on forechecking. That's Jackson Mundell for the Bobcats. And he pinned Arizona in their own zone for quite some time. Forcing a turnover now. Fortunately for the Ice Jacks, it goes to an Ice Jack. Stretch pass, just tipped up. Player gets tipped up, and we will have a penalty against Montana State. It's going to be number 5, Owen Davis, 2 minutes for an interference call. Face off, won by Northern Arizona in the Montana zone on their second power play of the night. Shot in, gets deflected, rebound. Now Montana get the clearance. And all the way down to Walgren it goes.
Montana penalty number 5, Owen Davis. 2 minutes for interference.
Goes all the way down into the Northern Arizona zone. Big hit there on the reverse hit there from number 13, Liam Casey. Sorry, looking for the name. Northern Arizona now really playing that physical game, and it looks like to work out in their favor right now as they're pinning Montana State in their own zone. Now with possession up at the blue line now. Looking through, just fights through the check. Now over to the other side. Pass in front, shot just went wide, and Montana State get the clearance all the way down. And both sides go for line changes. Montana State make the rush all the way down now. Centering pass, just broken in, shot, and they score on the power play. On the official goal call, power play goal. Just one moment as we look to get reset here. Face off won by Northern Arizona. On the goal, number 19, Ryan Jim with the assist from number 6, Aiden Wicker, and number 29, Oka Forsberg. And now another penalty against Montana State, now issued to number 43. It's going to be a high stick. And unfortunately, I was looking at my roster trying to get the name of the player that had scored and the assist. And unfortunately, I did not see it. The alternate captain for Montana State making his case well known. Montana State not happy with the explanation they're given. And that was Caleb Brownell not happy with the explanation. Northern Arizona. Big hit there. And we'll have another penalty against Montana State. It's going to be a very long 5-on-3. It's going to be 2 minutes for an interference. Honestly, folks, I don't really agree with that penalty. Northern Arizona was hovering around the puck. They couldn't touch it for a delayed offsides. He was still hovering it. All they were trying to do was create some space. Face off now, won by Northern Arizona. They have a full almost 2 minutes on a 5-on-3. Shot in, tipped. Just couldn't get it to go on the clearance. Both players in the Montana State penalty box not happy, showing their applause for the clearance. Shot in, just gets tipped into the upper netting. Face off won by Northern Arizona. Cycling around, centering pass, almost trickles out of the zone.
Number 43, Vincent Phelps.
Slap shot in, comes loose, and Montana get the clearance.
2 minutes for interference.
High stick and the interference. Montana State just get the clearance and will have a penalty against Northern Arizona now for the trip. That's going to be issued to number 6, Aiden Wicker, and he's got 2 assists on the night for Northern Arizona, or I should say on the day. Face off, won by Northern Arizona.
Northern Arizona penalty, number 6, to Aiden Wicker, 2 minutes for tripping.
Now that alleviates some of the pressure for Montana State. Still on the man advantage, though, is Northern Arizona. 4-on-3. Sob over, slap shot in, rebound shot in. A great save there from Wallery. Northern Arizona thought they'd scored, but it never crossed the line. Wallery comes up great there, and now we'll have another penalty against Montana State. Player tripped up just for a moment. Montana State able to get his own shot. Just went high. And Montana State is about to be shot in now. Little bit of confusion here. Sorry, folks, I forgot to stop the time. 25 seconds to go. I don't think it will be a too many men because they only had 3 players when the next player exited the box. So they still only were up to 4. And now we have that third penalty on. And now an explanation coming to the Northern Arizona coach. Now 4-on-4 action here to go. Finally got everything settled. Face-off won by Northern Arizona. With a man diving in. Rev goes tumbling. Shot goes wide. Montana State now still with it. Big hit there. Both players go tumbling down and exchanging words after. And that'll take us to the intermission. Northern Arizona up 2, Montana State 1. 4-on-4 action. When we come back, we'll see you then.
Phil. That was pretty fucking good.
So, you're going to send the first scratch that is not Trevor Evans and Evans out. They're here? Evans here. So, Trevor's not. I don't want. All right. I'll go. That's why I.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you. No worries.
All right. Give me one moment, folks, and we'll be right back in.
So, pretty much, all you got to do, you got that little screen to work with. Yep, base puck. Base puck, and that's it.
Yeah, I did it a few times. I use it way more.
Oh, perfect.
Once in a while, I do it.
It really helps out if someone knows what they're doing. So thankfully, we have a full-time cameraman now until one of the Weber State scratches gets here. It's going to be Montana State's bus driver. Thank you so much for helping out. Keys to the second period from myself. If you're Montana State, stay out of the box and keep doing what you're doing by peppering shots on Walgren. If you're Arizona, it's a little bit of the same. Stay out of the box, keep getting shots on Walry. You found the back of the net twice, one of them on the power play. You gotta keep the foot on the pressure. And we're going to see if they'll be able to. Again, if you are just tuning in, you are wondering why we have all the branch logos on the top of your screen. It's Military Appreciation Night here at the Ice Sheet. Thank you so much if you are a current, reserve, active duty, or veteran. Thank you so much for your service. Sorry, folks. Montana State now with it in their own zone. Just coming out, centering pass just goes wide. Montana State now picks it up 4-on-4, and now Northern Arizona back to full strength for about 20 seconds. They'll have a full power play. And it'll trickle all the way down to Wallery. In rink, showing 9 seconds to go on the penalty. So just 1 second difference between the rink and the stream clock, which is always great. Face-off won by Montana State. Yesterday they did score. Shot goes wide. Now Montana State back to full strength. A few days ago when they were here last, they did score shorthanded against Loyola Marymount in route to their big victory over the number 3 ranked team in the West. And Weber State beat Loyola in a shootout last night. So the 1 and 2 teams have both beaten the number 3 here this weekend. Montana State now dumping the puck in, trying to get something to go in their favor. Montana State pins it now. Now pass up to the blue line. Blue line pass over. Shot in front. Just saved in front. Shot again. Just tied up and comes loose. Walgren had to make a few desperation dives there to ensure nothing. Slap shot deflected in front. Another shot right there gets deflected. And a stretch pass goes. We're going to have a foot race, and it's going to be won by Montana State. The Northern Arizona bench and the few Northern Arizona fans not happy with the call. However, from the angle up here, it did look like Montana State had that inside edge. The correct call for an icing. Face-off won by Montana State. However, it's tied up now in favor of the Ice Jacks. Now pinned in their own zone. That comes loose just, and an offsides, just a little eager there was Montana State. Face-off won by Northern Arizona, back in their own zone. Face-off, tied up. Tied up here now. Comes loose for the Ice Jacks. And they ran it down into the boards. Icing waved off. Big hit there behind the play. High hit off the glass, and that goes up and out of play. Face-off won by by Montana State, my apologies. Just got lost up in the States. Northern Arizona now with it, shot in, and it goes 5-hole on Wallery. Now for the official goal call in just a moment. 6-5-10. On the goal, number 6, Aiden Wicker. From the assist from number 5, Caden Ketchum, and number 10, Jackson Schmall. They linked up for the first goal tonight. And all three of them again on the third goal tonight. Shot high and up into the upper netting. The first goal of the night for Northern Arizona was Jackson Small from a assist from Aiden Wicker and Caden Ketchum. And now for the third goal, a little bit of the same. However, the goal scorer, number 6, Aiden Wicker, with the assist from the other two. Face-off won by Northern Arizona. High pass just broken up by Montana State. Montana State now with it. Stretch pass in. Oh, nice shot. And Reader, and they score! And just like that, Montana State finds a way back into this one. And we'll get you the official goal call in just a moment. Goal scorer number 27, Jackson Mundell, with the assist going to number 3, Tyler Fisher, and number 8, Caleb Brownell, for a Montana State goal, cutting the Arizona lead to just 1. Big hit there in neutral ice, clean hit, sees it fall the way of the Bobcats. The Bobcats now bringing it up the boards. Stretch pass splits the defense, goes in, shot in front, just gets deflected into the upper netting. Had a man sitting back door, just couldn't get the pass to link up. Face-off won by Northern Arizona in their own zone. Player loses the edge. Now Montana State with it. They dump the puck in and go for the chase. Northern Arizona first to the puck. Northern Arizona now. Stretch pass just intercepted. And now Montana State races forwards with numbers 3-on-2. Now rejoin shot. Just saved by Walgren. Gets deflected now. Now into the corner, intercepted by Northern Arizona. The clearance pass almost intercepted. And now Montana State with it through neutral ice. Bank pass in, intercepted by Northern Arizona. Sorry, by Montana State, I should say. My apologies. Northern Arizona now on it. Through neutral ice. Player racing, dumps it in, and Northern Arizona will go for a change. And Montana State almost catching Northern Arizona in a change. Just unable to link up. Bank pass there and intercepted by Northern Arizona. Just tipped in front. Northern Arizona will have to recalculate the attack. Just bobbling over. Sees Montana State dump it in. Icing waved off. Montana State first to the loose puck. Has a player waiting at the blue line. No, he dices around a few defensemen. Shot just trickled away. And he tries to cycle it down into the boards where it's intercepted by Northern Arizona. And they try to get the clearance. Just intercepted. And Montana State get the dump in. Now pinned in their own zone. Montana State forces another turnover in their favor. Now, Montana State using the ref pool there as a shield. Shot just wide. Another shot just blockered away by Walgren. He's stepped up big on those two saves to keep Northern Arizona's lead at 1. Montana State slap shot from the blue line, tipped in front, saved by Walgren. And a little bit of pushing and shoving there as the Bobcats trying to poke loose that puck. Draws some of the ire of Northern Arizona. Face-off won by Northern Arizona. Tied up now, player gets hit down. Now with Northern Arizona. Pass, trying to get out of their own zone. Now they just do, and that will go for an icing against the Ice Jacks.
All right, boss, thank you so much. I tried to tell him someone other than me because you did it yesterday.
I appreciate that. Face-off won by Northern Arizona. They try to get the clearance. Comes just loose. Montana State now. Shot goes wide. Shot just kicked away by Northern Arizona. And now they're off to the races. Drop pass, just finds its mark now. Return pass behind the net. Into the corner now, loose pass picked up, and they get the clearance. And an icing against Montana State. Face-off won by Northern Arizona. Shot goes, blockered away by a defenseman. Stretch pass, just broken up by Northern Arizona. Now they try to catch Montana State on the change, and they looked for a moment like they could have, but they waited up. Now pinned on this loose corner, in this far corner. It comes loose. Northern Arizona now with it, trying to cycle it in. Intercepted by Montana. Now the Bobcats now skating up. Shot blockered away by Walgren. Northern Arizona try to get the clearance, and they do. Pass through neutral ice. 3-on-3 right now. Shot in, saved by Wallery. Face-off won by Northern Arizona. Quick shot, just gets tipped aside by a defenseman from Montana State. Now the Bobcats pinned on their own far board. And now they finally get it out. Stretch pass goes, just couldn't corral it cleanly, and they go for the dump in. Dices around a few men, and now a clean pass over. Centered at the blue line, shot. Tipped in front, and they score! On the Montana State goal, number 24, Bodie Shepherdson gets the goal. Face-off. Now won by Northern Arizona. My apologies, folks. The goal scorer, just a moment. We could have something brewing here now. Number 24, Bodie Shepherdson, with the assist from number 11, Hayden Kelm, and number 16, Vinny Farina. Now Northern Arizona with it. Centering pass, no one home, and that'll come out of the zone. Slap shot in, just blocked away.
Montana goal! Scored by number 24, Bodie Shepherdson. Assist from number 11, Hayden Kelm, and number 16, Vinny Farina.
Big hit there right in front. Can't see the player. Looks like it was 13. Jake Parent laying the body down. Montana State now with the puck right in front. Shot just trickles behind the net. Montana State now applying the pressure. Slap shot goes wide. Rebound controlled by Montana State, and they'll cycle it in all the way to the blue line now as it rings around the boards. Now dumped back in, now at the midway of that far board. Now into that far corner. In front, shot just blocked by Walgren. Now stretch pass for Northern Arizona. Sees a man in, shot, and just gets hooked a bit. We will have a delayed penalty against Montana State. It's going to be number 3, Tyler Fisher, going to the box. 2 minutes.
Montana penalty. Number 3, Tyler Fisher. 2 minutes for hooking.
It's a hooking penalty. Northern Arizona now pinned in their own board, in their own zone. Some of that fatigue is setting in, folks. If you didn't know, this is the 5th of 8 games that we will be streaming, and I will be calling all of them. So a little bit of that fatigue setting in. Montana State, now Northern Arizona now with it through neutral ice on the power play. And that could be an icing against Northern Arizona. Face-off won by Montana State, trying to milk some time off. Turned over now in favor of the Ice Jacks. The Ice Jacks now trying to shock the Western ACHA Division II. Offsides the call. Now I will say for a few minutes there, they were shocking the Western ACHA Division II. Because folks, I'd make the case, I'd argue the case. Montana State, not only the #1 team in the West, but arguably one of the top teams in the nation across the the ACHA Division II. Face-off won by Northern Arizona. Any lead against them is really in itself an upset. Cleared all the way down to that Northern Arizona zone. So for the moments that Northern Arizona has been in the lead for this game, really been putting the league on notice, like, hey, we can hold our own. You have to respect us. Montana State now showing that what they're worth. Still tied up now. Montana State now with it. This is exactly the setup. Just fanned on the shot. It was the setup a few days ago against Loyola that saw them score on the penalty kill. Now back to full strength. Still kept onside. Shot just tipped aside by Walgren. There's a player sitting in, waiting. Bobbles in front. Shot saved by Walgren. However, I will say it's going a lot similar to that Loyola Montana State game here on Thursday. Close game in the first 2 frames, and then the third period hit, and Montana State was just firing on all cylinders. Face-off won by Montana State, unable to get it cleanly in the Northern Arizona zone. Stretch pass, Banks off the wall, icing waved. Centering pass, shot, just couldn't get it to go. Northern Arizona has the turnover. Now pinned in their own zone, they have some trouble getting it out. They get it all the way out to the blue line, the far blue line, I should say, where Montana State picks it up. Bank pass goes for Montana State. Now centering pass at the blue line, shot saved by Walgren. And what I mean by that, this Montana State team is known for wearing their opponents down. They'll let you think you're in it for the first 2 periods, and then that third period hits, and they just jump on you. That's exactly what they did to Loyola Marymount, and it got away from them in that third period. Face-off won by Northern Arizona. Almost turned over right in front of Walgren. Stretch pass goes, and Wallery deflects it into the corner. Montana State now bank pass, finds their mark. Dicing around a few men, just broken up there. All the way back. Now stretch pass goes again for Montana State. Just losing it on the stick handle for just a moment. Now to the blue line. Shot tipped in front. Just saved by a defenseman of Northern Arizona. Now Montana State gains the zone. Fans on the shot. And rebound shot saved. And they score. For that brief moment as the setup was coming in, it was that slow motion. the goal scorer, number 43, Vincent Felt, with the assist going to number 27, Jackson Mundell, and number 17, Ben Sutton. That setup methodically just slowed down, and it looked like you could see it coming from a mile away on that setup for a Montana State goal. With it at the blue line now. Shot gets deflected.
Montana State goal! Scored by number 43, Vincent Phelps.
And we'll have a penalty against Montana State.
Ben Sutton.
It's going to be number 6, Jonah Slater. And to be honest, folks, I didn't see it. I was looking down at the puck. It's going to be 2 minutes for a roughing. Face-off won by Montana State, and they ring it around the boards, getting the clearance. Face-off, sorry. Pass now, stretch pass goes all the way down. Montana State get the clearance all the way down to Walgren. If that was an empty net, that was in. Northern Arizona shot goes wide, blocked away by Wallery. If you're Northern Arizona, prime opportunity, shot blocked away by Wallery. Prime opportunity to set up, and we'll have a delayed penalty against Northern Arizona. It's going to be 2 minutes for a hold. Face-off won by Northern Arizona. Now 4-on-4 for the next 45 seconds. And then Montana State will have a very short abbreviated power play. You might have a minute, actually, about half of a normal power play. Montana State forcing an error in the Northern Arizona zone. Pass centered, goes wide. Northern Arizona tries to corral it, and they do. Finally now able to get out of their own zone. Pass all the way up now. Dancer, a big hit there by number 5. Owen Davis laying the body now. Montana State now with it. Just getting tangled up. Hounded now. Drop pass goes and sees the Montana State player trying to get caught up in the action after he exits the penalty box. Centering pass. Shot goes wide. Rebound in, and they score. Abbreviated power play, still able to find the back of the net for Montana State. On the goal call, number 17, Ben Sutton gets the goal with an assist from number 5, Owen Davis. Sees the count go to 5-3. And now frustration starting to mount on that Northern Arizona bench. Face-off won by Montana State. All the way down. And goes up and out of play. Face-off won by Montana State. Fan on the pass, almost turned over by Montana State. Icing going to be called here against Montana State. 2:49 here to go in the second frame.
We have an ice drop penalty, number 7. 2 minutes for goalie.
Shot in, and
we have Montana State on goal. Number 7, scorer number 17, Ben Sutton, and number 5, Owen Davis.
face-off won by Northern Arizona. Shot goes wide. Rebound in front, shot gloved down by Wallery. However, unable to get it cleanly. And now finally able to get a glove on it, and he just shovels it out. In front, weird angle. Almost caught Wallery by surprise. Face off. Won by Montana State. In front now. Centering pass shot. Saved by Wallery. Lost it in his paraphernalia. Able to come up with the save. 2:06 here to go. Face off. One tied up now. Now won by, still tied up. Comes loose. And we're going to have a delayed penalty against Northern Arizona. It's going to be 2 minutes for a trip. Face off. Won by Montana State. I believe this is their first real full power play of the night. Shot in, saved by Walgren. Face off, won by Montana State. Cycling up now. Just went wide. Still looking now. Just couldn't get it to go on the pass. About a minute 30 to go on the power play for Montana State. Cross crease pass. Just couldn't think about it now. Just fans on the shot. Shot in, and they still score. 2 power play goals on the night for Montana State. The official goal, number 11, Hayden Clem, with the assist from 29, Kobe Ottenson, for a Montana State goal. A minute to go here in the second period. Like I said, Montana State wears down their opponents, and it shows in the third, but it's starting to show here in the second. Delayed offsides called. Almost called, my apologies. Montana State with it now. Pass gets deflected up in, and Walgren elects to stop play. 35.6 seconds here to go. Face-off won by Northern Arizona, intercepted by Montana State. Bang pass just goes for Montana State. Still with it now, dumping it into the corner. In front, and saved by Wallery. Northern Arizona has to be careful here, knocking the stick out of an opponent and trying to go after him. It's probably not the smartest thing to do here, down by 3. Frustration starting to boil over on that Arizona bench. Face-off won now by Montana State. Dances around a man. Still pinned. 5 seconds to go here. Hit there down low. And that'll send us to the second intermission. Montana State 6, Northern Arizona 3. And we'll see you back here in about 15 minutes for the start of the third period.
All right, speak back.
right, in about 2 minutes, we'll hit you back here with the third period. Keys to the third period, if you are Montana State, keep doing what you're doing, controlling the pace of the play, the puck, letting Northern Arizona make the mistakes. If you're Northern Arizona, you have got to put the puck in the back of the net. There's not much more to say on that part. Oh, man. No one wanted to join me in the YMCA.
It's a popular move in sports.
What are we even calling that? The Trump shuffle?
The shimmy.
The shimmy?
We're doing it in the end zone.
One of the Weber State players, I'm not going to name him because I don't want him to get like attacked in his DMs. If one of our players scores, he is going to do the Trump shimmy. A popular dance move now. If you have a dance move take off like that, you're doing something right.
It's not super popular in the NHL because they're all Canadians.
I think it's came out in basketball, hockey, a few hockey, a lot of football, soccer, UFC. Right in front of the new president-elect, hitting that Trump shimmy right in front of him, and he just points at him like, "Hey, I see you." All right, refs now taking the ice. And now the refs now just realizing the nets aren't set up, trying to usher Northern Arizona out. Now both teams now taking the ice, waiting for the nets. Even though the refs signaled they could come on, they wanted to wait for the nets to be placed. If you are just joining us, welcome and thank you for joining in on the early game today, Northern Arizona versus Montana State University. This is if we're just going by college athletics, this is a Big Sky matchup. If you're going by ACHA Division II, this is an inter-conference matchup with the Mountain West College Hockey Leagues, Montana State, and the Western College Hockey Conference, Tier 1, my apologies, Northern Arizona University, Division II matchup here. And we're about to get going here for the start of the third period. Face-off won by Montana State. Montana State put up 5 goals in that second frame. Shot in front, just gloved aside, and we'll have a stoppage of play for a hand pass. Face off now. Won by Montana State. Tied up, just exits the zone. Northern Arizona able to get a friendly bounce shot and goes up into the upper netting. If we're playing football, that's 3 points right there. And they've tied the game if we're playing football. Face off won by Montana State in their own zone. They ring it around the boards. Just lost in translation. Arizona gets the shot on, and it just hits the bottom rung of the outer side of the net, the metal part. Montana State now with it. Through neutral ice, gaining the defensive zone. Cross crease pass, no one home for Montana State. Northern Arizona trying to exit the zone. Now Montana State re-corrals and re-ups. They dump the puck into the far corner. Race won by, I believe that's number 4, Dawson Spieth. However, unable to keep possession, as now Montana State re-ups on their possession. They'll dump it in, and it rings all the way around the boards. And a platoon swap for Montana State sees Arizona with a bit of possession here as they dump it in, and now they go for a change. Pinned now on that far corner. Up in the netting now. We'll have a stoppage of play. Face off won by Montana State in their own zone, trying to pass up to the blue line now. Cross crease pass goes, just couldn't get it to go. Still with it now in the corner. Northern Arizona able to intercept the loose puck. Now re-intercepted by Montana State. Blue line player goes down. Centering pass, just couldn't get it to go in time. Montana State methodically cycling around now. And we will have an icing against Northern Arizona unless a player is able to make something happen. Unfortunately for Northern Arizona, not the case. Face off won by Montana State. Shot now with it in Northern Arizona, and it will go down for another icing against Northern Arizona. Face off won by Northern Arizona. Just took a weird bounce right in front of Walgren. Sees Northern Arizona dump the puck in and go for a line change. Tired legs, and they almost catch Northern Arizona in a change. Face Northern Arizona now with it at their own blue line, cycling around. Montana State receiving end of an errored pass from Northern Arizona. Still locked in their own zone. Montana State rings it around the boards. First player there is a Bobcat. Montana State shot deflected by Walgren into the corner. Sorry, pass and glove save by Walgren. Face-off won by Montana State. Just able to keep it onside now. Centering pass now in, just couldn't cleanly receive it. Would have been a great shot opportunity there for Montana State. And it trickles all the way down to their zone. Bank pass intercepted by Northern Arizona. Now they have it. Their stretch pass intercepted. And now Montana State will go for a small change. Big hit there in, turnover in front. Just fans on the shot. Players now tumbling into the boards. Cross crease pass up into the upper netting. Again, if we were playing football, that would have been just wide left of 3 points. Face-off won now by Montana State. Pass intercepted now by Montana. Stretch pass intercepted by Montana State. No, it bounces all the way down to Wallery. Now stretch pass finds Montana State, catching Montana State on the change. Defensive effort now, turnover right in front. Shot just trickles wide. Rebound now controlled by Montana State. Now loose puck into the corner. And we'll have a stoppage of play. Face-off won by Montana State. And a delayed penalty against Northern Arizona. Not happy with the call is Caden Berenger. It's going to be 2 minutes for a hold. And that just contributes to the growing frustrations on that Northern Arizona bench, as they feel they've been wronged by a couple of calls here. Montana State now, I believe they're 2 for 2 on the power play. Montana State sees them go all the way down to their zone. Driving now. Turning on the Jets, catching just a little bit on the back foot. Centering pass, shot just goes wide. Walgren never made the save on it. Pass in front, shot deflected in front, and they score. The goal scorer scoring his second tonight, number 24, Bodie Shepherdson. With the assist going to number 11, Hayden Kelm, and number 16, Vinny Farina. Face-off now won by Northern Arizona. Still a lot of time here to go. We're putting 24, Bodie Shepherdson on a hat trick notice. He's just needing one goal. Northern Arizona with it. Shot in front and stopped by Walgren. Face-off won by Montana State. They cycle it around the boards.
Montana State power play goal, scored by number 24, Bodie Shepherdson. Assist number 11, Katie Quinn, and number 16, Vinny Farino.
Shot gets deflected by Walgren. Rebound control by Montana State. 12:30 here to go. Northern Arizona rings it around the boards, and they go for a small line change. I believe that was the defensive line change. Montana State gets the interception in their own zone. Centering pass. Tried to set it up. Intercepted by Northern Arizona now. Turnover in front. Montana almost having a breakaway there. Sorry, folks, just trying to preserve the voice for tonight's game and then both games tomorrow. Icing call against Northern Arizona, waved off late. Won by Montana State. Roski's pass, no, left it. Intercepted by Northern Arizona. Northern Arizona now. Tries to dangle around, man, gets hit. Stretch pass goes for Montana State. Centering pass, just over skating it was Vinny Farina. And if I'm correct, that means that Bodie Shepherdson he is out on the ice and he is on a hat trick notice. And just like that, Northern Arizona is going to go back on the penalty kill. Face-off won by Montana State. Now with it, methodically setting up a play. Northern Arizona causing a bit of disruption. Montana State still with it. Northern Arizona causing a bit of disruption. Slot centered pass, shot in, tipped just over the net by Walgren. He stands tall so far on this penalty kill. Set up, shot, fanned, goes wide. Northern Arizona gets the clearance all the way into the bench. That might only just. That'll see a face-off still in the zone. Face-off won by Montana State. And a stoppage of play now for an icing. Face-off won by Montana State in their own zone. In front, shot just into the upper netting. Sorry, folks. The live bidding for the military awareness jerseys for Weber just went live, and I've seen the jerseys, and I just had to hurry and submit a bid for one. Hopefully, I can get one of these jerseys. Face-off won by Montana State. Shot deflected. Wide, Montana State still with it. Cycling around now. Centering pass just broken up by Northern Arizona. And here we go, out to the races. Diving around now. Now back to full strength. Montana State will dump it and go for a line change. Diving around a man, shot saved by Wallery. Face-off won by Montana State. Big hit that through neutral ice, and we will have a delayed penalty against Montana State. Jake Parent used to going to the visitor penalty box here, but as his team is the designated home team, he has to go to the opposite box. Northern Arizona now trying to figure out who's supposed to be where. Face-off won by Northern Arizona. Northern Arizona shot saved by Wallery.
Number 13, Jake Parent. 2 minutes for cross-check.
Shot goes over the net. Northern Arizona turnover in front. just thwarted out by a quick skating effort. A Montana State player hit a Northern Arizona player into another player, causing two players for the Ice Jacks to go crashing down. It was teetering on the line of being just a little too late for my liking. Shot it, hit post, goes off. Had a collective inhale of air from the Northern Arizona bench and fans, thinking they might have just scored. And as we trickle down, 4 goals in 6 minutes to tie, 5 to win. You're going to need to score about a goal every minute now. Time is ticking for the Ice Jacks. All the way down now on the boards. In front shot goes up into the netting. Wide open net there for Northern Arizona to shoot in. Just goes high into the netting. Montana looks like they are about to go 3-0 thus far with 1 game remaining to play tomorrow. Face-off won by Northern Arizona. Shot goes wide. Rebound controlled by Montana State. Goes all the way down, and it will be in icing against Northern Arizona. Face-off won by Montana. Shot locked away by Walgren. Northern Arizona dumped the puck in. Now, Montana State with it. And just a reminder, as we go down to just under 4.5, Bodie Shepherdson for Montana State is on a hat trick watch, number 24. And he hasn't seen the ice in a little bit. Shot goes up into the netting. I wonder if that's a little bit of teamsmanship, saying, hey, I've already got 2. I don't need the hat trick. Let's get some of these guys who don't get a lot of the minutes in to get that game time experience. Face-off won now by Montana State. We'll go down 4 and icing against Northern Arizona. Face-off won by Montana State. Now just under 4 minutes to go. And we'll have another icing against Northern Arizona. I think Northern Arizona is just trying to extend this game as long as possible. And now Bodie Shepherdson on the ice on the hat trick watch. Face-off won by by Montana State. Shot from Shepherdson goes up into the upper netting. 3:48 here to go. Face off won by Montana. Shepherdson gets it back to a defenseman and re-ups as it exited the zone. Big hit there. Shepherdson able to keep it in. Centering pass just gets intercepted. Northern Arizona now with it. Player gets hacked up, and we will have a delayed penalty against Montana now. It's going to be 2 minutes for a slash. Face off, won by Northern Arizona. Shot in front, saved by Wallery. First time we've had to say that in a little bit. Face off. Won by Northern Arizona. Slap shot deflected in front, still loose, and Wallery covers for the save. .310 here to go. Face-off won by Northern Arizona.
Montana State penalty, number 21, Brady Beals, 2 minutes for slapping.
Northern Arizona just able to keep that on sides. Now they get it into that far corner. Now cycling through, now back up to the blue line. Centering pass, shot, glove. No, it just went over the net. It looked like it was going to be a glove save from Wallery. Centering pass, no one home for Northern Arizona, and that exits the zone. Stretch pass goes. And Northern Arizona has to re-up. Slap shot goes deflected into the boards. Montana State able to get the clearance. 1:55 here to go. Shot doesn't come yet, and gloved by Wallery. 1:47 here to go in regulation. Weaver fans starting to trickle in. Northern Arizona now with it, playing for pride as it's seemingly impossible to get 4 goals in a minute. And with Montana killing off the penalty, looks to be nearly almost impossible. Now Montana State up, getting the offensive zone, shot in, just corralled by Northern Arizona. Northern Arizona now with it. 1 minute left.
To go in regulation.
And that goes just barely not out of play. It'll go all the way down behind the net now. 40 seconds to go. And now just playing a game of keep away. Montana able to dump it in. 14 seconds here to go. Now down to 10. And with this win, Montana State advances to 3-0 this weekend on the Beehive Showcase. And thank you so much for tuning in. And we may have some fireworks here. Number 16, Caden Berenger for Northern Arizona, pushing the linesman. That could spell a suspension coming up. We'll see you guys tomorrow. If you are a Montana State fan, you guys have the 10 o'clock game, the 10 a.m. game here bright and early against, I believe it's Colorado State. Colorado State is correct. And Northern Arizona, we'll see you here at 1 p.m. take on Weber State.